All right, welcome to another episode of Psoto Desperado. Desperado plays Ark Survival Ascended. All right. I just started breeding the animals over there, so it's going to take a while for them to have the eggs ready. So I thought I'd go out and try to get a couple of trophies and go from there. Now, I do have a video. Why I will never buy a house again, from Richard Fain. This is an older video, about a month ago. I just recently subscribed to him, but I thought I'd see what he has to say about it. I personally, if you don't have enough money for the closing cost and the down payment and an extra $5,000, anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 to put into the house initially to fix up little things and get it ready, then don't bother buying a house. That means you don't have enough money. Keep saving your money or find some other way to do it. That's why I don't bother with houses anymore. I mean, they're too expensive to maintain. I don't have any money to put down on them. You know, it just doesn't make sense.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another
Mr.
video.
Fame.
If you stop by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. If you want up to 15 free stocks, Moo is going to give you up to 15 free stocks when you open a new Moo brokerage account. You put $100 in that Moo brokerage account, they're going to give you 5 free stocks. You put $1,000 in that Moo brokerage account, they're going to give you 15 free stocks. There's a link down in the description box of this video. Go click on that Moo link. Go open up your new Moo account today. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. Guys, I cannot sell my house. It's been on the market for almost a year. And I've had a lot of, visits to the house where people scheduled showings and all of that stuff. But no concrete offer. What should I do? That's the question. Do I rent the house out? Do I continue to reduce the price? Or do I just wait for interest rates to come down and see if that will spark more demand, which hopefully we keep a lower supply, which makes my house more appealing. Now, my house is 12 years old. So some of the feedback has been, well, it doesn't have a pool. It's not on a premium lot. We're going to have to, put new appliances in, paint the walls, etc., 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 etc. And I'm not in disagreement with them on that, but normally what you would do is you would just make an offer that includes any of the cosmetic improvements you need to do.
Actually,
right? You just say, well, okay, you want XYZ for the house, we're willing to give you this because we need to put in 50 grand worth of our cosmetic improvements. That's normally the way you negotiate real estate deals. But in this market where you have really not much demand and you still have this supply, buyers have the upper hand over sellers. Now, I think that's going to change here soon, though, because, of course, the Federal Reserve has already begun reducing short-term interest rates. We already had a 50 basis point cut in September, and there are another 50 basis points in cuts coming before the end of the year. And of course, short-term interest rates do not directly impact long-term interest rates, but they indirectly do. So eventually, long-term interest rates come down when short-term interest rates come down. So should I just wait and be patient, keep the house on the market, and just wait for these interest rates to come down? And that will hopefully spur on more demand. We already got limited supply. So if we can get more demand with that limited supply, I think my house becomes more attractive. Now, I got my house listed at $695,000, which is the best price for that model in the community that it's in. Now, again, it doesn't have a pool and it's not on a premium lot. When I say premium lot, I'm talking about it doesn't have a lake in the back of it. It's not on the golf course. They would deem that as a premium lot. Mine sits on a preserve, which is not a premium lot. So people are having a little heartburn about that. But you got to understand the type of buyer you have right now. You got these people who are going to pay cash. And they have the option to choose the very best property in that neighborhood since they're paying cash. They don't have to really go out and get a loan. Right? So they know they have the upper hand. So they can take their time and be choosy and demand certain things because they know they're really the only game in town right now, because most people can't afford to buy these houses with these high interest rates. Now, a year from now, that might be different because rates will be down, and we already can see where interest rates are coming down in that high 5% range, like 5.75, 5.85. So I think in a year they could be under 5%, which would make my property more attractive since there will be more demand. What do you guys think? Drop it down in the comment box to let me know what you think about that strategy. Or should I just rent the thing out for a couple of years? I can make enough money to cover the expenses, build up a little reserve fund, and not have to worry about it, right? I could do that. That's option one. Option two is just heavily reduce the price to make it even more attractive to a cash buyer. That's option two. And then option three is to just leave it at the same price it's at and just wait for rates to come down and see if that will spark more appetite for that particular house. Drop me your choice down in the comment section. Curious to see what you guys think. Yeah, man, so that's where we're at on the house. Again, man, it's a great house. It's a, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 3.5 bath. 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 2,500 square feet, under air, 2.5 car garage, gated community with all the amenities, full golf course, activity center, clubhouse, beautiful community, centrally located, highly desirable. I don't know about that right now, if it's highly desirable, because I haven't gotten it sold. I listed it November 30th, 2023. And like I said, I've had a ton of showings, but just no real offers. You know how people give you all this advice. Oh, here's feedback. I don't need your feedback if you're not making an offer. Your feedback doesn't matter. Make an offer, including your feedback. Hey, man, give me $50K off because I got to do X, Y, and Z. That's where your feedback matters. Feedback don't matter if you ain't making no offer, right? Oh, go change this, go change that, but you ain't making no offer. So I go spend all this money doing all these changes, and it still sits there unsold. Nah, I don't think so. I'm gonna wait till I get a concrete offer, and then if that offer comes in and we can negotiate some of these changes they want made, they can do them themselves, and I'll take it off the selling price. That's what you normally do in these situations, right? All this feedback. But hey, man, I get it. People are just trying to, find the best thing for them. They got the money. Why not? And I ain't hating on them because of that, right? You do what you got to do in order to get yourself in a position where you can get the best price you can get. There are houses in that community that are selling. Not a lot of them, but they are selling, but they're on premium lots, and they got pools. For some reason, I'm saying to myself, why do you come look at the house when you already know by looking at the listing it doesn't have a pool? And then you say, well, I like it, but it don't have a pool. I mean, I don't get it. You can always add a pool. The lot size is big enough the backyard is big enough to add a full pool back there. May cost you $100 grand, another $150 grand, depending upon your taste in pools, but you can do that. And you're still gonna be cheaper than the house next door to me that has a pool. It's the same house as mine, but with a pool, that house is going for $1 million. My house is at $695, guys, right? It's under market right now because I'm trying to sell it. I'm just trying to get rid of it, right? So I think those are my three options, right? Just, and I'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. But I just wanted to give you guys an update because I'm still holding this thing almost 12 months later. November 30th will be 12 months. And I haven't sold this thing. Good news for me, I bought the house 12 years ago at the right price, under $400,000. And I paid, the house has been paid down to about $220,000. I could pay the mortgage off, but I choose not to because the rate is 3.65. And I can take that 200 grand and keep it in the market. Big boy blue chip paper assets. And you see what the market has done this year. S&P 500 near 20%. So maybe even over 20%. So if I'd have taken $200,000 out of my investments to pay off this mortgage at 365, I would have missed out on 20% return in the S&P. So that's the reason why, guys, I don't pay my houses off, is because they get low interest rates on them, and I can take that money and go put it in something that pays me a higher return, right? Same thing I did with the dream house that I live in now. I could have paid that off, but I didn't. I took the money and I kept it in the market, and I'm glad I did. Huge returns in 2024, huge returns, and I think we're gonna get huge returns in 25. So like I said, drop me some comments, man, and let me know what y'all think about my dilemma on my second house here where I live. I gave you the three options. What should I do? If you want up to 15 free stocks, Moomoo is going to give you up to 15 free stocks when you open a new Moomoo brokerage account. You put $100 in that brokerage account, they're going to give you 5 free stocks. You put $1,000 in that brokerage account, they're going to give you 15 free stocks. There's a link down in the description box of the video, man. Go click on that Moomoo link. Open up that Moomoo account today. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. And guys, go check out my website, www.richardfain.net. Second link down in the description box. I got 10 big boy blue chip digital products that will help you collapse time frames and get to your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow faster. These products, man, are fantastic. Investing in real estate with little to no money down, credit repair, mindset, how to invest in the stock market, just to name a few, guys. It's 10 of them, and they're world class. Go check them out. While you're there, consider joining the Wealth Builders, the fastest growing financial community on Patreon. All you got to do is click on the membership button, the join button that you see in the website, and come join 1,000 plus Wealth Builders. Like I said, fastest growing financial community on Patreon. And what do we do there? We just help one another build wealth, man, with tips and nuggets, best practices, encouragement, what's working, what's not working. Just a fantastic financial community. If you need that in your life, man, come join us. Like I said, just click on that membership button or that join button. It'll take you over to Patreon and sign yourself up. Well, if you're stopping by the channel for the first time, guys, please consider subscribing to the channel, share the video, smash the like button. Thoughts become things. You can see it in your mind. You can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy, get wealthy, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks.
All right. Yeah, it's a big hassle when you got property and you got to get rid of it and nobody wants to buy it, or nobody can afford to buy it because they can't get approved or they don't have enough money saved, and then they want to hassle with you. And when I tried to get a house, I had to just do a down payment. Then that failed, And then later on, it became a seller's market, and they wanted me to pay the down payment and the closing costs. And I was like, that's too much money. I don't have that money. So I had to get out of that. I was serious about buying that little shack, but and then I turned around and said, why am I paying so much money for this shack? Because it's got nothing but problems. It did have a lot of problems. And I said to myself, well, maybe I should have just took a chance and fuck it, you know. It was an established little house. Of course, it was next to a ghetto neighborhood out there in the middle of nowhere. That's the only downside. Somebody could have broken in and fucked with me. Here in this apartment complex, nobody's fucked with me. Nobody's done anything to me. They just wave, say hello, and that's it. Nobody fucks with me down here. I don't have to worry about fixing anything up. Something goes down, like the air conditioning or whatever, I just call it in. It's not worth it. I mean, houses are not worth the hassle. That's why a lot of people are brought up in apartments or trailers. You know, a trailer park is usually cheaper. But some of the trailers that I've seen out there, that they're trailers that basically come with the lot, and when you buy the trailer, you rent the lot automatically, which is stupid. You know what I mean? Why do you got to leave that trailer there? Why can't you just move it? Well, they're already established to put it to the ground. You know, some of these things are locked in place, and they just want to keep it together. And I'm like, fuck that shit. My mom had us living in a trailer, but she wouldn't invest in anything. She wouldn't even let me clean the gutters properly. So anyway, let's see what else we got.